Good morning, students. How are you all? Are you all fine? Yes. Okay. So today, with a fresh start, let's start our chapter 5. Okay. Last time we studied something about introduction, but many of you were not present. So we'll do it again as a revision. Clear? We will start chapter number 5. Loops and graphics in Small Basic. Okay. In this chapter we will study about Small Basic. Yeah. First we will see what are the points to be covered here. We will go through the introduction to Small Basic. We will study what is Small Basic, why it is used and what are the features for that. Then we will go for statements. Clear? There are many different types of statements in Small Basic which we have to go through. Okay? We will go through all those. Then we will go for loop. As our chapter says, we have to study loop and graphic. So then we will go for loop. Okay? We are having different types of loops in Small Basic. We will study all. Then we will go for graphics. Okay? These are the points which we have to cover in this chapter. Small Basic is nothing but a kind of language, programming language. Okay? The processes, the steps we carry out in the computer is called programming. Programming is nothing but the functioning of computer. Okay? Functioning of computer. Programming is nothing but the functioning of computer. Then, Small Basic is a programming language which makes our work easier. Okay, which makes our work easier. This is having many special features, many special characteristics which makes it different from other programming languages. Okay, we are having many programming languages. You may have heard, you may not, or you may have just heard about programming language like Basic, then Java, etc. Okay, these are some other programming languages, and this Small Basic is also a kind of programming language in which we study about different statements. Okay, different kinds of statements, different kinds of loops, how to go through the statements, how to make the program. Okay, see. We know many kind of languages. We may know English, Hindi, we may know Odia, Sanskrit, and many more. But the computer, the language of computer is different from ours. Yes, the language of computer is very different from ours. The computer basically understands the binary language. Clear? Binary language. And what is binary language? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 and so on. Okay? Only 2 digits. It understands only 2 digits. 0 and 1. Clear? So, whenever we want to write, now it is not possible for us always to write the things in the 0, 1 format. So, when we need to make programs in the computer, we use a particular programming language. Clear? See, we can talk to each other by simply saying different statements. We can talk, we can gossip into everything. But we cannot do the same with computer. Clear? For that only programming languages are being made. Okay? Programming language is nothing but the language in which the programs of the computer is executed by the user. Okay? Then it is a programming language. So whenever you will be asked what is a Small Basic? Small Basic is a programming language which makes our work easier. Clear? Which makes our work easier. Now Now we will go through the statements which will help us to make our programs. Now, statements in small basic. Statements in small basic. We have two kinds of statements in small basic. One is the assignment statement and other is the conditional statement. Assignment statement and conditional statement. See students, these two statements differ from each other in many respects. Okay? They have different features. For example, assignment statement. It is used to assign a value to a particular variable. Value to a particular variable. For example, in your maths, you use a very familiar term. Let the number be x. Let the number be x. You use, most of the time, you use this statement in your mathematics. Clear? So, you are considering that whatever number will be the answer, let it be x. Clear? Means you are assigning a particular value to a particular variable. See, for example, I need to repeat. I need to write a particular name. Suppose Ajay. Okay, Ajay. So I am simply saying Ajay is equal to 5. Ajay is equal to 5. Ajay is equal to 5. Means instead of Ajay, I can use 5. When I have used the assignment statement, means I have assigned a value to the variable. Okay, this is our variable and I have given it a value. Clear? So this is what assignment statement is. Means for avoiding the repetition of a statement. Suppose 10 times I need to write Ajay, 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 Ajay. So instead I will just use 5. Okay? This variable, this value of the variable will always tell us that we are writing for Ajay. Clear? So this avoids the repetition of particular sentence or particular word or particular symbol. Clear? Then now come to conditional statement. What is conditional statement? See, the name itself is telling that conditional statement is something based on condition. Okay? There are many statements like if, when we use if, then. Yes? If I will study well, I will get good marks. If I will study well, then I will get good marks. Like this we say. So this type of statements are known as conditional statements. The best example for this is true and false. A statement can be either true or it can be false. It cannot be both. It can be either true or it can be either true or false. Yes? So this is the example of conditional statement. This conditional statement will identify the statement based on the condition. Clear? So these are the two types of statements. Okay? See, in small basic there are three types of conditional statements. Okay? First one is if then. Second one if then else. If then else. Third one if then else if. If then else if. Okay? These three conditional statements. We have to study about all these three. Okay? First we shall see if then statement. First one, if then statement. Okay? This statement is the simplest one. Why simplest one? Because the syntax of this is a small one. Simply we have to give the example of two statements, either true or it is false. It is based on only two kinds of sentences. Okay? Either true or false. See, there are some keywords used. What are the keywords here? If, then and if. Means while writing the programming, we start with if and we end with and if. We start with if and we end with and if. Clear? we end with and if. And in the middle, then is used. Clear? Then, now coming to the syntax. What is syntax? Syntax is nothing but just the structure. Okay? Just the structure, how it could be written. So, how you will write is, first you will start with if. I told you, you have to start with if. You will start with if, then in the bracket, condition. You will write the condition. Okay? Any condition it could be. Sun rises in the east. Suppose, for example, I am saying condition is sun rises in the east. Then you will write here. Then if sun rises in the east, then. Now you tell me, is it true or false? Sun rises in the east? Yes, it is true. Sun rises in the east. So here your statement answer will be true. See, it is written statement to execute if it is true. If the statement which is entered here is true, then we will get the output here. Okay? Within this, we will get the output. Sun rises in the east. Clear? Or it could be said true. Or answer could be either you can write true or you can get sun rises in the east. Clear? So this will be the main statement and the answer or the result or the output. Then in the last we will write and if. And if. Clear? This is the syntax of the if then statement. Over. Now the second one. If then else. If then else. Clear? Now the basic difference between this and that one. If you could find out, only the difference is the presence of else here. It was only if then, here else is also present. Now why we are using else? See, it is using 4 keywords. It was first statement, if then was using 3 keywords. Here is using 4. If, then, else and if. If, then, else and if. Clear? Then, syntax is structure, how it is written. Now see the difference. When you will get to write the programs, you have to write like this. See, if, condition, then. If, condition, then. This is same as the if then statement. You will write the condition here. Same example we can take, sun rises in the east. Sun rises in the east. If I am taking the condition to be sun rises in the east, then first condition is statements to execute if it is true. If it is true, then statement will be executed. For example, if it is false, in this way, suppose the condition was the sun rises in the west, then what is the thing? It is false. So here again we will use else. We will use else, means true statement, then here false statement, and then we will close it by and if. Clear? Got it? This is the third statement. If, then, else. If, then, else. Okay? This statement will use 5 keywords. Okay? This will use 5 keywords. If, then, else. If, then, else, else, and end if. You will see that if and end if are common. We start with if and end with end if. Clear? This middle ones are increasing. Now the condition is syntax. See, if condition 1, then statement to be executed if true. Okay? If the statement is true, if the condition is true, if the condition is correct, in that case a statement will be executed here. True statements. Then else self. Second is else self. Condition 2 means here we are having more than one condition. In the first statement and in the second statement we were having only one condition. But here the difference is we are having 2 different conditions. In that first condition we will write here, second condition is to be written here. First condition, if it is true it will be written here, if it is false then okay. then and if. Means here